Holy cow. Hello, 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 hello. How's everyone doing tonight? I'm Dr. Chris Roddenberry, and I'll be your instructor this semester. Thanks to everybody who showed up. Holy cow, what a great audience we've got. 45, almost 50 people in the class tonight. Hello, hello, hello. Hi, Blake Pettigrew. Good to see you, Cosette Rieflin. My Ryan Wheeler, I absolutely know Ryan Wheeler and love that guy. He was a wonderful person, a joy to have in the class. Tell him I said hello for me. Hi, Jacob. Hi, Mir. Hello, the man with the many names. I'm not sure who you are. If you'll type your name in the chat bar, I'll make sure you get credit. Okay, hello. Hello, Chloe Chan, Deerica Jackson. Abby Elizabeth, fantastic. I'm excited for this class as well. Hopefully, my sound's coming through well. Can everybody hear me well tonight? Is the video streaming all right? Is my headset on straight? It looks a little bit crooked. Hi, Jocelyn. Good to see you. Tiffany, good to see you as well. Fantastic. Ruth Mabiki. Okay. Wow, look at this. Fantastic. Blowing up my chat bar. I am so excited. How's everybody doing? Welcome to Psychology 150. I'm looking forward to getting to know you better this semester and interact with you, and hopefully, you'll learn a little bit of psychology as well. Fantastic. Spam got in the chat. Who's in the chat? Do we have some spam in the chat? Oh, no, I hope not. Spam goat in the Oh, spam goat in the chat. Oh, I get it. All right, you're the spam goat. I get it, Scott. All right. Brooke Perillo. Fantastic. Wow. Excellent. Excellent. I hope everybody's enjoyed the first day of classes. I know it's been kind of tough. I heard that all of the seated classes were moved to online for the first 2 weeks. Not all of the seated classes, but many of the seated classes. How many of you have seated classes that were canceled for the first 2 weeks till January 18th? I know that happened to some of you, and that can't be a good thing. It's terrible when you get ready, get everything set up, and then suddenly they change the plan on you. This COVID virus and the changes that it is causing is really making things difficult this semester. And if you think you hate it, the teachers hate it too, right? Fantastic. Okay, so has everybody signed up for my Remind texting service? Has everybody signed up for my Remind texting service? Okay, remember, if you sign up for the Remind texting service, I will give you 2 points of extra credit on your attendance grade. All you have to do is text at PSY150 to 81010, and you'll get +2 on your attendance grade. So go ahead and do that. All right. Now, if you did that and typed in the chat bar tonight, you've already got 4 points on your extra credit already. Wow, isn't that amazing? You can go ahead and build up tons of extra credit points on your attendance grade this semester if you go ahead and do stuff like that. Wow, we've got 71 students. Fantastic. This is a huge class. Fantastic. Thank you to everybody for tuning in tonight. So if you haven't set up the Remind texting service, go ahead and do that. Now, the neat thing about Remind, the reason I want you to do the Remind texting service is because I'm going to send you a text reminder for every assignment, every discussion board, and every exam about 6 weeks before, 6 hours before that thing is due. I know you folks are busy. You've got school, you've got jobs, you've got kids, you've got all this other stuff. Sometimes things slip your mind. So if you signed up for the Remind texting service, you're going to get a text reminder 6 hours before everything is due. In case you're not thinking or something slips your mind, I'm going to be there to help pick you up and make sure that you don't get any zeros on your graded items this semester. How's that for a deal? Pretty awesome, Dr. Roddenberry, don't you think? Right? Okay, cool. Let's see what we got. Reem Farr, so excited for psychology this semester. I'm glad to see that, Reem. Holy cow. Quinn had his geology class moved. That sucks. Bio and music class were moved. Lauren, Natalie's here. Alexi's had two classes canceled till the 18th. Man, what a pain. Hello, Valerie. Good to see you. Jaylene Mendoza, Jill Patel. Wow, fantastic. Excellent. I'm glad everybody is signed up. Okay, let me see. I'm going to check the chat bar here to make sure we've got all this stuff. Okay. You know what, Brittany? I'm here to help you. I forget things all the time too, so it's nice to get a little help, right? Okay, fantastic. All right, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to spend about 30 minutes giving you just a little bit of detail on what this class is about so that you can get the most out of this class and do and get a good grade in this class. I know that's what everybody wants, right? How many of you want to get a good grade in this class, right? Of course you do. Of course you do. Right? So I'm here to help you do that. Now, if you could, let's go ahead and take a look real quickly at the Blackboard page. Okay, so I'm going to show you the Blackboard class. You should see it popping up on your screen right now. Here we go. Boom. There it is. This is your Blackboard class. Wow, fantastic. Feel free to talk to each other in the chat bar as well. I'm going to look as much as I can, but sometimes I'll miss stuff. So if you don't get a question answered, just go ahead and retype it in the chat bar and I will get to it. Trinity, hello. I'm going to wave at you too. You can't see me, Trinity. Oh, actually, there we go. Hi, Trinity, waving right back at you. Good to see you. Thanks for coming to class tonight. Fantastic. Okay, good deal. Now, quickly. Let's take a look at this class, and I'm just going to show you some of the things about this class that you need to know. Oh, hello. Number one, you need to buy the textbook for this class, but please do not buy the expensive course access code that comes with it. It's not very high quality and it's expensive, so I do not want you to buy the access code. In fact, I want you to buy this book as cheaply as you possibly can. Buy this book as cheaply as you possibly can. I've had students telling me that they found $18 and $20 PDF copies. You can get used hard soft cover versions for less than 40 bucks. So go ahead and spend as little as you possibly can. In fact, if you want, I would even suggest renting the textbook, okay? All right, cool. Now, here's the deal. If you don't have the textbook yet, don't worry. I got you covered. Dr. Roddenberry's got you covered. Do you see this textbook link up here that says textbook not free? All right, well, if you want, you can buy the textbook using this link right here. When you click on it, it's going to take you to the digital resources for psychology. And you'll notice that you've got a button up here where you can go to purchase options and buy the book at the Okay, good. Ryan's lending you his book. That's good for him. Kiona's rented it. If you can barely, how many of you are having trouble hearing the audio? Are we having? There's only one textbook. Is anybody else having trouble with the volume, or is that just Liz Moore having that? 45 is not bad. Try to give it back, Courtney. Do not use the access code. Okay. All right. Well, for those of you that are having trouble, go to your computer and turn up your volume and see if you can get it just a little bit higher. Okay, so here's the deal. If you'll notice, there's an ebook option. Click on this ebook option. If you don't have your textbook right now, it's okay. The first 3 chapters of this textbook are demoed. That is, they are free. So if your book's not coming in till next Friday, don't worry. You can click on chapter 1, and boom, guess what? It's going to take you to the first chapter of the textbook, and you can go ahead and read the textbook material right here. Look at that. Okay. And so you can just click on this, and your first 3 chapters of the textbook are here available for you. So you can do that by clicking on the digital resources and clicking on the ebook. So I've got the textbook right here for you. I hope the Wake Bookstore does refunds. Most college bookstores do refunds, so hopefully they do. Oh no, Brittany. I don't know. See if you can go back and turn it in. Sometimes they'll let you turn it in within the first 10 days of class. So go ahead and do that, okay? Fantastic. Hmm. I'm not sure why my audio is so low. I apologize for those of you that are having trouble. Go ahead and turn your speaker up just as loud as you possibly can. Okay, so that's the first thing. Now, the second thing you need to do is to go into the, let's go to the lessons folder. Most of you have probably done this, I'll bet. But if you'll click on the lessons folder, you're going to see that we have a bunch of folders in here. There's an exam folder, there's an orientation week folder, and if you'll scroll down, you'll see that each week has its own folder that you can click in. And so for this week, you can click in the orientation folder, and you'll see this week's orientation activities, okay? Now, here's the thing. What I'm going to do for you each week is I'm going to move, after we finish each week, I'm going to take that folder and I'm going to move it all the way down to the bottom of the folder. So I'm going to move orientation all the way down here to the bottom of the folders, right? And your next week will be up. As soon as we finish week one, I'm going to move that all the way down as well. And each week, I'm going to make sure that you have the that week's folder at the very top of the folders chart. And so what you're going to do is you're going to click in there and you'll go and do that week's activities. If for some reason you need to go back to an old folder, you're going to scroll all the way down to the bottom and you will find the old folders in order at the bottom of the lessons folder. Any questions so far? Any questions so far? Fantastic. Okay. So, orientation week. Here's what I want you to do this week. Hopefully, everybody has signed up for Remind. Remember to text SP22 PSY 150 to 81010 to join Remind. Now, here's the cool thing about Remind. Not only am I going to send you reminders about your course activities, but you can use the number that you get texts from as my text number. So you can actually text questions back to me. Some of you have already been texting me today asking me questions. If you have any questions, if you have a problem, if something's going to be late or you need some extra time or something happens, please feel free to send me a text. Now, I'm happy to get emails and I do not mind them at all, but you may find it even easier and quicker to send me a text if you can. So use the Remind. Your Remind isn't working. Is there an app or something else? Blake asks. I'm wondering why your Remind isn't working. Blake, if you want, we can hop in a Teams meeting tomorrow and troubleshoot that, and I can help you figure out your problem, Blake. Okay, so we'll go ahead and do that. Do you have hours when you can text me? Yes, you can text me 7 a.m. in the morning to 2 a.m. in the middle of the night. Anytime you need help, I am more than willing to help you. So don't hesitate to send me a text. How's that for a teacher? I know. No need for applause. I know. Thank you very much. You're too kind. Thank you very much. You're just too kind. Okay. But yeah, just text me anytime. I'm an online teacher. I don't necessarily have to be anywhere at any given time, so I can sleep into 10 or 11 o'clock. So I feel like I ought to be available at 11 o'clock at night too. And usually I'm pretty good about texting you back within a half an hour. So actually, most of the time I'll text you back even quicker, but I'm pretty good about responding to my texts. Okay. Don't worry about it. It's my job to be available, Jaylene. I find the quicker that I solve problems, the better that students do in this class and the less hassle we have all around, right? So I like for things to be quick and easy. So hopefully everybody signed up for Remind Text. Now also, remember, I can be a kind teacher. If you talk to my wife, she probably has a different opinion about me, than other people. But you know, that's just my wife. Hey, that's her. You know what I mean? So she's like that. but move to a different remind group. Everybody's in the right remind group. Here's the deal. I have 190 students in this class, and remind only lets me put 100 students in a remind group. So what I did was everybody with the first name starting A through I has been moved to a secondary remind group. It's already happened. It won't affect anything for you this semester. You won't know anything at all. It's just a housekeeping thing that I had to take care of because Remind only lets me have classes of 100 people. Okay? Now, be sure you do the course entry quiz. I've noticed probably about 80 people have already done the course entry quiz, but I need 190 people to do this course entry quiz. In fact, you will not be able to see any of the other stuff in this class until you do the course entry quiz. I've got it set so that nothing appears until you do the course entry quiz. Until you do the course entry quiz, you can't do anything else in this class. If you don't do the course entry quiz by January 11th, you will be dropped from this class. No excuses. It's a school policy. There's no way around it. The auditors will come and check my class to make sure that everybody has filled out the course entry quiz. Why do we make you do the course entry quiz? Well, number one, it's a Blackboard knowledge quiz, so you show a little bit of knowledge in Blackboard. But more importantly, what it is, it's a way for you to officially check in to an online class. There are auditors, the Southeastern Accreditation SAC is the group that is responsible for checking to make sure that classes are being taught properly. And what they want to see is a way to make sure to measure every student's entrance into a class. So every online class you take, you have to do the course entry quiz. It's your way of raising your hand and saying, I am. The class is on Blackboard. If you'll go, see, look up here at this link right here. Click on course entry quiz and it'll take you right here. You click on it, it's red, and you can take this test. Now, here's the deal. I don't care what grade you make on this. You can make the absolute worst grade, and nobody cares. Nobody cares at all. Sure, if you want to make 100, you can take this test as many times as you want, but you only have to take it once, and you do not have to pass it. In fact, I'm clicking on these answers randomly. I'm saving and submit. I'm clicking OK, and boom, look at that. I have logged into this class. What did I make? Wow, I made a 60 out of 100 guessing. How about that? Right? Pretty awesome, huh? I know. Brilliant student. It's that brain up here. Got it figured out, my friend. Okay. Yes, it's on Blackboard. Okay, so we're going to take the course entry quiz. Make sure you do the course entry quiz this week. Okay, you folks are already in the course orientation. I'm glad you are here. This is a recording. If you need to come back and listen to anything again, this link that you used for the live YouTube stream will also be a recording. So this event, as soon as this event ends, that link will lead you to a recording of this meeting. Now, hopefully all of you have typed in the chat bar. If you type in the chat bar, you will get 2 points extra credit on your attendance grade. Think about it. If you did Remind and you did the course and you typed in the orientation, you've already got 4 points of extra credit on your attendance grade. Go you, boy! Isn't that awesome? So go ahead and make sure that you type in the chat bar for me. Now, also, I want you to read the Getting Started folder. I'll bet most of you probably already have. Most of you probably already have, but here's the Getting Started folder. You can access it by clicking this link up here on the left side, okay? And it's going to give you just all the beginning information for this class, which I am telling you about. Now, notice quickly, I use color coding in this class to help you find things. What I've found over almost 20 years of teaching an online class is a lot of times students have trouble finding things. So my goal is to actually put less rather than more on my Blackboard course. If you have a question and something isn't quite clear, go ahead and send me a text and I'll be more than happy to answer your question. But I found over the years that it's best to put less on Blackboard rather than more. Yes. I can see your messages, Joe. Thank you very much. Can we slam? Thank you for making things so easy. Oh, no problem, no problem. Okay, now here's the deal. When you go through the class, anytime you see the color red, it means it's something that is mandatory that you have to turn in for a grade. You'll notice that the course entry quiz right down here is red. That means it's mandatory. So go ahead and do that. Everything else is going to be black, which is content you should read that's going to help you. That's going to help you, that's sort of informational, that's a part of the class. And then I have stuff that is optional. And you can do the blue links are just optional. So here's an introduction where I describe myself and my background and where I'm from. Notice it's blue. If you don't want to learn about Dr. Roddenberry, don't. It's completely optional. You'll notice that join remind is also blue. It's optional. You do not have to do it. And you'll notice black, here we go, buy the textbook. This is information. This is something you should know. Please buy the psychology textbook. I don't know if I've mentioned this already, but buy the cheapest copy possible. Please pay for the uh, do not pay for the whatever that thing is, I forget what it's called, the access code. Please don't pay for it if you don't have to. Okay, so here's the deal. A lot of people take online classes because they don't want to sit in a classroom and they want to teach themselves. Other students are taking online classes because they were forced to and it fits into their schedule, and those students would really rather have a live teaching experience. So here's the way I've got this class set up. I've got this class set up so that if you want to do this asynchronously and you never want to see my face again, you can do discussion boards, you can read the book, and you can take the quizzes all on your own. On the other hand, if you're one of these students that likes to meet your teacher and interact with other students, you can actually take this class almost like it was a live seated class, coming to lectures and webinars. And it's completely optional. It's up to you. How do you want to interact with this class? Okay. Now, in order to do that, what I've got, uh, free DF, right? But for the reasons, all right. He sent out a link in an email for a $14. Yes, I did send out the link for the $14 version of the book. Please feel free to buy that. Okay, so if you look here, what we're going to do every week is I'm going to have a live stream video, just like I'm doing right now, and I'm going to have a live lecture every Tuesday and Thursday mornings at 9 a.m. If you have the time and you can make it here and you want to interact with me and type in type in the chat bar and interact with me, you can come to live lectures 2 days a week. I'll be going from 9 to 9:55 a.m. every Tuesday and Thursday morning. And this will be on YouTube. Now, here's the thing: if you still want to listen to a lecture but you can't make it, you can actually watch these live lectures as recordings as soon as they are over. Okay? Now, also, every week I have a discussion board. Now, if you want, you can do it like every other class that you have discussion boards in, and you can go to the discussion board and post a comment and reply to two other people. Or if you want, you can come to my Tuesday evening live webinars in Microsoft Teams. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to give the mic to you on Tuesday nights and Thursday nights. And I'm going to let you do the talking. So I'll lecture on Tuesday and Thursday mornings. And if you prefer, you can come on Tuesday or Thursday night and participate in an interactive class, a webinar class. Okay, now every Thursday and Friday you have something due. The collaboration activity is due on Thursday night at 11:59 p.m. and a lecture homework is due Friday at 11:59 p.m. Now here's the deal: for the webinars in Teams, you will come either Tuesday night or Thursday night. I have 190 students, and I can't have 190 students in a webinar. So, and what I found is usually about 40% of my students will come. So if you do the math on 100 and 40 students, about 80 of you are going to want to come to the webinars. So I've got it split up. You can either come Tuesday or Thursday night. Please don't come both nights, but you come one of those nights. And I'm going to get to that in just a second. Now, here's the deal. So you can either do the discussion board or you can attend one of the webinars to do your weekly collaboration activity. Okay. Now, if you're one of those extra credit loving people, you can do the discussion board and the webinar, and I will give you 1 point extra credit on your attendance grade. There are 15 weekly webinars and 15 collaboration activities. That means that if you do the discussion board and come to webinar every week, you can earn 15 points of extra credit on your attendance grade. Okay? If you come to the night discussions, you do not have to do the discussion board. I don't know about you. I find discussion boards aren't as exciting as talking to other people. So if it were up to me, I would come to the webinars rather than do the discussion boards. However, you may have to work or you may not be interested in hanging around me on Tuesday or Thursday nights. And it completely does not bother me. Here's the cool thing. You can change it up too. If you want, 1 week you can do a discussion board. 1 week you can do the webinar, and you can flip flop each and every week, or you can do them both every week. You can do it any way you want. Yes, you can be 10 minutes late to the webinar. No big deal. Just get on in here and say hello, Sandra. 10 minutes late is not that big a deal to me. Okay, the webinar is going to be 7 p.m. In Teams on Tuesday and Thursday nights. 7 p.m. in Teams on Tuesday. Oh, excuse me. Right. I'm sorry. Oops. It's 8 to 8:45 on Tuesdays and 7 to 7:45 on Thursdays. So I have one at 8 o'clock and one at 7 o'clock. Okay. Yes, it was. That's exactly right, Chloe. You are correct. Very good, Chloe. Okay. Yes, even after you are done, you can come watch these streams. Absolutely. Pump up my numbers, Logan Phillips. You know, I am a D-list YouTube star with 84 people in my meeting. Holy cow. Please watch my recordings as much as you want. Tell all your friends, please. Come and make Dr. Roddenberry a C-list YouTube star. Well, thank you. I like to be outgoing. All right. So, what do we talk about usually? I'll give you a question to answer. We'll probably get into groups, and it's going to change each and every week. 1 week we're going to do discussion boards. Another week we're going to talk about the dreams that we had. Another week we're going to talk about hypnosis. 1 week we'll talk about memory and court cases. So we're just going to change it up each and every week. Uh, uh, So each and every week, you can do that. And Andrew is right. If you hit the subscribe button, you'll get reminders too. Now, here's the deal. You can actually click on my YouTube lecture playlist, and it'll actually take you directly to all of the videos that we're going to be having this semester, okay? Right now, we're live on January 6th, but you'll notice each and every week, you've got all of these YouTube lectures, okay? Oh, excuse me. Share the screen again. No, you do not need to turn on your cameras and mics. I wish you would, but some students don't want to share their videos, and that's completely fine. Maybe you're having a bad hair day or your house is a mess. That's completely fine. So whatever you feel comfortable doing. Now, I do wish you'd use your microphones, but again, it's not going to be make or break for me. So it's really up to you. So you click on this link and it's going to take you. See, here's all the YouTube lectures for this week. You'll notice we're live right here on January 6th, and we've got each and every one of the lectures for the entire semester already planned out and ready to go. Okay? Now, the weekly collaboration activity, if you look right here, you can do the discussion board. You can do the Microsoft Teams webinar. You know what? I'm going to make this a little bit bigger. Hopefully, that'll be easier for you to see. or you can do both and get extra credit. Each week there will be homework, and then there will be an exam each week. Okay? Here's a little link if you need to figure out how to use Microsoft Teams. This is a little guide to that. And this is an online class, so it's assumed that you know how to use your computer. If you have computer problems, I can't help you out. I know barely enough to be an online teacher, so I definitely can't be IT support for you. Okay. And all of those videos will be recorded. So the moment I hit the stop stream button and I stop the broadcast, it becomes a recording for you, Mackenzie. So you can watch these videos, and I suggest watching them at 1.5 just to get them over as quickly as possible. Okay? Now, let's go through quickly, show you a lessons folder. If you click on this lessons folder, you'll notice each week there's a set of learning outcomes for the chapter. Here's the Tuesday lecture link. Here's the Thursday lecture link. When you click on this Tuesday link, it's going to take you to the Tuesday lecture. And if you show up next Tuesday morning at 9 a.m., my smiling face will be looking at you, okay? So that's completely up to you. Now, you'll notice I also have a PowerPoint, and you click on that, and it will download a PowerPoint. And I'll be talking with a PowerPoint each week. And this is a PowerPoint that you can use to follow along with, okay? So you can download the PowerPoint that I'm showing you on YouTube. And this is Chapter 1's YouTube. Always download them 10 minutes before class because I usually edit them every weekend. It seems like every semester I don't like my PowerPoints and I change them. So this is last semester's PowerPoint. Chances are I'll have it changed and a new one uploaded Tuesday morning about 8:50. The Tuesday and Thursday's lectures, no. The Tuesday and Thursday lectures are different lectures. They are different lectures. That's a great question. And you'll notice that we have PowerPoint 1A and PowerPoint 1B. These are two different lectures. So I'll talk about half of Chapter 1 on Tuesday and half of Chapter 1 on Thursday. Now, the discussion boards, the webinars are going to be the same on Tuesday and Thursday. So please don't come to both webinars. As I said, if I get too many people in the web's meeting room, it crashes the meeting room. So I don't want to have too many people in the Teams meeting room. Do we go to both lectures? You can come to both lectures, yes. But remember, Cassette, these lectures are voluntary. They don't give you extra credit. I won't take attendance. I won't know if you come or don't come. These are strictly for your interest. All right. As I said, if you want to read the book, look at the PowerPoints, and never watch a lecture, that's completely up to you. On the other hand, if you think I'm a cool person and extroverted and funny and you want to come listen to me lecture every Tuesday and Thursday morning, bring it on, man. I'd love to have you. Okay, but that's completely up to you. Here's the link to the collaboration activity. And you'll notice if you're coming to the weekly, you can do the discussion board or you can come to the weekly webinar. Now, if you look, which are the voluntary? Actually, all of them are voluntary, Abby. Every live activity in this class is voluntary. I didn't want to make anything in this class mandatory because some students just can't make it. You might work at night and you can't make the weekly webinars. You might have children or school or a job in the morning and you can't make it to the YouTube lectures. All of the live stuff is completely voluntary. Will we need to read the book if we listen to your lectures? It would help, Gustavo. It would help. And I suggest you do it, but I'm not going to know whether you do or don't. Do the first couple of homeworks and see how it works for you. If you find that I give you enough information that you don't need the textbook, Gustavo, then don't read the textbook. But please don't tell me because I don't want to know, okay? So that's completely up to you. All right. So let's see. That's the weekly webinar. And you'll notice that we have a homework. This week, sometimes it'll be a writing assignment. Sometimes it'll be a multiple choice homework quiz. So it's completely up to you. This week's going to be a writing assignment. You're going to watch this video and you're going to answer some questions. Homeworks are weekly. So each week, homework number 1, there will be 15 homeworks in here, Mackenzie. Every one of them will be due on Friday. So we have 15 homeworks. Now, let's go back out to the lessons folder now that you asked about the tests. You see the exam folder here. There are 4 exams. Exams are always due on Sunday. You'll notice that we have our first exam on February 6th, our second exam on March 6th, our third exam on April 10th, and our final exams due Sunday, May 1st. If you click in this folder, you can't see anything right now, but here's exam 1. You'll find exam 1. It's going to be available on Friday, February 4th at 8 a.m., and it will be due Sunday, February 6th at 11:59 p.m. Here's the deal. The exams, um, the exams are not open book and they are timed, okay? Oh, come on, I know. Nobody likes that, but that's how they're going to be. No, I do not use any proctoring tools, but you are on the honor system. These exams are 60 minutes long. If you have a note from the testing center and you have an accommodation for more time, the exam will not close on you, so you can continue on and take as long as you need if you have an accommodation from the testing center. If you do not have a Wake Tech accommodation, you must finish the exam in the allotted time, okay? I know, and these exams are going to be difficult. Nope, I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. They're not going to be that hard, okay? But there will always be an exam review, and they are mostly multiple choice short, and they're mostly multiple choice matching and true false. Usually I will put 1 or 2 short answers on the quest. Are the exams through Blackboard? No, the exams are on Blackboard. Niall, great question. If you click on this link right here, boom, look at that. It's going to take you to the exam, and there you go. Boom, up. Holy cow, I didn't want you to look at the question, but that's exactly how you take the exam. Now, here's the deal. Friday mornings, I'm going to have an exam review. So if you'll see this link right here, this is the exam 1 review. It's a live YouTube broadcast. It'll be Friday morning, February the 4th at 9 a.m. And you click on that, and again, it'll take you right to a YouTube link. And if you are here Friday morning at 9 a.m., you'll see my smiling face, and I will do a review session. I do not post an answer key, but as soon as you finish the exam, you can click on your grade in the grade book. Courtney, whoever answered that question, I forget who answered that. Uh, Courtney, for the exam review. So after you take the exam, Courtney, you can click on the exam grade in your grade book, and you can see all the questions on the test. You can see all the right answers and all the wrong answers. Okay? Fantastic. So here's the exam review. You'll notice exam 2, it's hidden right now. It won't appear until March 4th. And there'll be an exam 2 review session, an exam 3 review session, and a final exam review session. No, you only get one attempt on the exam. You only get one attempt on the exam, Alyssa. However, I've got this class set up to where 70% of your class is homework and attendance grades. If you're a good citizen, 30% of this grade will be 100. And then you can do your homework quizzes in their open book, and you can make a pretty good grade on them. So I've got it set up such that if you do all the work, it's almost impossible to fail this class, and it's not too hard to make an A in this class, okay? So I've got it set up. I do not want anyone to fail this class, but I do have to find out who studied the hardest, okay? So, any questions? Any questions? Any questions? How many questions are usually on the exam? Usually 50 questions, Courtney. That's a great question. Usually 12 to 13 questions for each chapter. There are 4 chapters on each exam, usually 12 to 13 questions for each chapter. Okay? Quizzes are open book, and you can stop and start the quizzes many times. So you can take 50 hours to do each quiz or homework. You can stop it, save it, and take just as long as you want. Okay? Now, here's the deal. If you would, you see this link over here on the left side where it says email Chris. Click on that link, and it will open up an email addressed to me, and you can send me an email. Here's the deal, folks. My son is named Chris Roddenberry Jr., and he is a student here at Wake Tech as well. So if you go to your email and type in your contacts Chris Roddenberry, chances are you're going to wind up sending an email to my son. And my son gets about 30 emails a semester from students looking for me. Now, he's pretty good about forwarding these emails to me, but he doesn't always do it. So, if you want to make sure that you're going to get an email to me, please send the email through Blackboard, okay? It works much better that way. Much better that way. Okay? The night webinars are the same topic, I believe. Yes, the night webinars are the same topic. The webinars are the same topic, so come to whichever one is more convenient for you, okay? That's good. And thank you for helping me out. If anybody sees a question and they know the answer, please feel free to do that. Okay, now let me show you something. I got a whiteboard here. This is my pad. You'll see my pad here, and I can type questions. Your attendance grade right now is equal to 100. Okay, equal to 100. If you miss a DB, it's minus 10. If you do an incomplete DB, it's minus 5. So to do a complete discussion board, you have to post one comment and respond to two other people. Sometimes what I find is people will post one comment, then they don't respond to two other people. If you do that, you get a minus 5. If you don't do the discussion board and don't do the webinar, you get a minus 10. So if you never miss a discussion board or your grade in the Blackboard will stay 100. But let's say you miss a discussion board, your attendance grade will drop by 10, and you'll see your discussion grade drop down to a 90. On the other hand, if you do an incomplete discussion board and you don't come to the webinar, you'll lose 5 points. Okay? So that's how you're going to keep track of your attendance grade this semester. Sometimes Gio wants to know, should the homework be in the form of paragraphs? That's a great question. Gio, if the instructions say that the assignment is to be written as an essay, you should write it as an essay. If I tell you that you can use bulleted points, then you can use bulleted points. That's a great question. And Gio, the first homework assignment is supposed to be written in the form of an essay with an introductory paragraph and a concluding paragraph. And I'm actually going to be looking for that and grading on that. That is a great question. That is a great question, Jill. Fantastic. Okay, so a webinar, yes, the webinar will make up for a discussion board, Sandra. I'm sorry. Yes, the webinar does make up for a discussion board. Absolutely. You can do the webinar instead of the discussion board. Okay. Okay, cool. I'm glad you've been listening. All right, before I let you go, it's 8:42. I did not mean to run this long. I hope everybody's had a good time tonight. Did you enjoy meeting your teacher? I enjoyed meeting each and every one of you. Which webinar should we attend? Zara, you can attend either webinar, either the Tuesday night webinar or the Thursday night webinar. Coming, I wrote this down. If we attend the webinar and do the discussion board, you get 1 point extra credit. Absolutely. And in fact, you can earn 15 extra credit points this semester. So do the discussion board and come to the webinar and get your extra credit, okay? Do. You are absolutely, oh, thank you very much, Megan. I really appreciate this. Yeah, the reason I set this up is because some students want a live experience and get lonely without a teacher and other students, and others of you know how to do an online class and don't want to interact with other students. So I call this a universal course. You can do it any way you want. You can do it fully online, or you can do it fully as a fully seated class. That's completely up to you. Well, thank you very much. I appreciate that. All right, uh, good question. Extra credit for attending if our usernames don't match our full legal names. Gloria, when you log into, you don't get credit for coming to my YouTube lectures. You only get extra credit for coming to my webinars. And when you come to my webinars in Team Gloria, you will have to use your school address to get in. So, yes, you will be given credit for that. Does that make sense? Yeah, see, and I don't like the classes that are just reading. Now, some students like the classes that are just reading, so I've got it set up, Mackenzie. So if you want to just do reading and you want to ignore me, doesn't hurt my feelings. You know what I mean? I'm just going to talk to the students that want to talk to me. Some students don't want to talk to me. Fine. Some students want a ton of attention. I'm willing to accommodate either one you want. Where's the link for the Thursday webinars? I only saw Tuesday in the email. Um, if you go into your Teams, if you go into Teams, let me show you this real quick. Let's see. Let me see. Teams. Let me open up my Microsoft Teams. Go to screen share. Boom. All right. Are you folks looking at this? If you click over on the left-hand side, if you're in Teams and click over on the left side, okay, you should be able to go to Thursday night and see right here, optional Tuesday. Oh my God, I wrote Tuesday webinar. Holy cow. I'm going to edit it, edit the series. So click on that link and it will pop you right into the meeting, okay? Uh-oh, I'm not going to do that again. Okay, send that update. All right, does everybody get that? Oh, the extra credit. Yeah, I hope you typed in the chat bar. Yeah, if your name doesn't match your YouTube profile, if you would help me out by typing your real name in the chat bar. It's probably going to take me till tomorrow night at midnight to figure this out. I have a feeling this chat bar is going to be an absolute disaster. If I don't get you your extra credit by tomorrow night, go ahead and send me an email that I didn't get you. This chat bar is full of people, so it's going to be hard to get everybody. I'll do the best that I can, but please help me out. The man with the many names, dude. I love that profile even better, Noah. Why don't you just be with the man with the many names this semester? Would you like MLA format for homework number one? Um, sure, it would be helpful. I'm not going to grade you so much on that. I really want to see it more as just, I want to see it as an essay. You don't have to write your name at the top or my name because you're turning it in Blackboard, so I will know who you are and I know who I am. So you don't have to worry about that so much. But what I will want on the first exam is an introductory paragraph and a concluding paragraph and linking sentences in between each ideas. Uh, you can only work a week ahead, Chloe, because I am updating the homeworks and quizzes each week. So I do not want you to work ahead. I do apologize for that, and I'm sorry for any convenience that causes. Okay, Autumn missed the emails. If you want to send me an email, instead of going to your email inbox and trying to send me one, click on this button right here on the left side of your screen where it says Email Chris. And the reason I want you to do that, Autumn, is because my son, Chris Roddenberry Jr., is a student here, and half the time when students try to send me an email from their web advisor email inbox, they wind up sending an email to my son. Does that make sense? Okay. All right. Well, I know I have probably taken more time than I should have. I do apologize for that. It was really good to meet each and every one of you. I'm going to go ahead and log off now. If anybody has any questions, just send me a text after class and I'll be more than happy to answer it. If you don't see your attendance by tomorrow night at midnight, if you don't see your extra credit for signing up for Remind, or attending this orientation webinar, shoot me a text and I will go back in the grade book and check it out. Okay. Hey, it was great to meet each and every one of you. Have a great semester. I look forward to seeing you online.